have a short tactical response team here. Two individuals who decided to meet up and pass out tracts. I'm hoping you're all getting notifications. If you happen to click on this a little bit later, we just wanted to encourage everyone that if you do have the time to pass out tracts, you can notify any like-minded believers in your area. And by God's grace, it's a very beautiful day here in Center City. We are here at 12th and Market. Right now, we are across from a pretty busy intersection called Reading Terminal Market and Market Street. We have folks who are tourists, we have folks going to work, and we all decided to just meet up and pass out tracts. So sometimes there is a lull, so we can talk about the Bible. We have our t-shirts on, Why is the World So Divided? I've been informed Family Radio is going to be working on getting more Why is the World So Divided shirts, sizes. So please think of how many you're going to need. And if you're going to wear them, you can wear them every day. You're going to go grocery shopping. If you're going to be meeting loved ones, it's a great way to share the message without saying a word. These shirts really, really help. Folks see you from a far distance and they're making up their mind whether or not they're going to take a tract. It really helps get the message across. Today we passed out about maybe 30 to 40 tracts. We're setting up here in this intersection. If you notice here, we tend to stand in a very open section. Our bags are normally placed at our feet, and that allows us to stand freely around. It allows people to pass us, to walk around us, gives us a chance to share the message, and it's a real blessing. So if anybody's getting notifications on their phone, once again, we're here in Center City, Philadelphia, 12th and Market. We're passing out tracts, Why is the World So Divided? Great city of Philadelphia. It's a beautiful day. We have about maybe several hundred tracts, and it's just a delight to be out here. Some folks want it, some folks don't. One interesting story, just a few minutes ago, somebody reached out their hand to take the tract, but we kind of missed it, and then they decided not to take the tract after all. So we are out here as servants. We're humble servants. We're giving people sometimes second and third and maybe even fourth opportunities to see us passing out tracts. They could say no 3 times, and the 4th time they take it. We are humble servants. The 4th time they take the tract, they could read it and they could discard it. Someone else can see it on the floor. And it's their 2nd, 3rd, or 4th time seeing us passing out tracts. Someone can pass us in one direction, then pass us the other direction and still not take the tract. Someone can pass out a tract in one direction, see us again, and then decide, you know what, this is my 2nd time. Let me just read what they have to say. Some folks are in the church. One person just told us that he's 57 years old and he's one of 43 who did not become a Jehovah's Witness, and he studies the Bible at home. And he took the tract and said he likes to study other religions. And so we encouraged him that you don't have to study every religion so that you can be a good debater. If you study the Bible, there's probably there is a Bible verse for every religion that's out there. And you can come with the Word of God not to argue or to debate, but if they're asking honest questions. So once again, passing out tracts, 12th and Market. We're probably going to be out here for maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. And the city of Philadelphia is quite interesting. There's been an increase in just about every imaginable crime. It's affecting tourism. The mayor himself just said he can't wait till he's not mayor anymore because of all the crisis going on in the city. Yet, when we pass out tracts, there's that same, human to human interaction that God gives. Hello, would you like to read something? And the polite no from over 99.9% of everyone. Either ignored or a polite no thank you, where they take the tract. It's a very, very common interaction you get when you pass out tracts. So please be encouraged. Passing out tracts isn't for you. We're a Bible shirt with the message, e-Bible, approved, t-shirt, a Why is the World So Divided shirt. It has almost the same effect. As you can see, there's a Bible verse on the back of the shirt, the E-Bible Fellowship's message. Front of the shirt, Why is the World So Divided, with the E-Bible Fellowship website. It's very thought-provoking. And it's a real blessing to be out here, especially if you have a like-minded friend in your city. If you don't, I humbly suggest wearing the E-Bible shirt, E-Bible bumper sticker. If you have an E-Bible bumper sticker, I'm looking around here. I'm not seeing a lot of folks sticking bumper stickers on city property, so I don't recommend you doing that. But if you happen to see a lot of billboards and bumper stickers and stickers on the sides of trash cans or things like that, you never know how that can have a life of its own. But we don't want to be littering or causing any issues with our local government, so please use discretion. If there are no littering signs in your jurisdiction and there's issues like that, do not participate in that. But just being available, passing out tracts, it's a real blessing to do so. This is one of the busiest intersections in the city. There's about 3 major hotels, the Hard Rock Cafe and the Reading Terminal Market here. And we expect foot traffic to pick up. And we'll be out here for about another hour or so. So may God bless you guys. Enjoy your Lord's Day tomorrow, Lord willing. And we'll continue passing out tracts here in Center City. You notice the technique of passing out tracts, arms fully extended, giving personal space for folks to pass by. It's a real blessing. To be able to stand in the street corner. You never know who's going to take a tract. Polite smile. Short eye contact, respecting rules of engagement, a polite smile. You don't hold your eye contact too long, allowing people to not feel judged if they take the tract or not. Yeah, we just were told you don't have a mask. You can't please everybody. The mask rules are optional in Pennsylvania. They are encouraged, not mandatory. Masks are encouraged, not mandatory. But please follow your local jurisdiction. Masks are encouraged, but not mandatory in Pennsylvania right now. Now, if you're riding public transportation, there might be rules. If you're on public transport, a bus, train, they might have individual rules. If you're dining in a restaurant, I think, if you're dining in, they encourage a mask. But it is not a serious issue in the city of Philadelphia. Certain cities are more neutral. Certain cities lean more to the right or to the left. And the city of Philadelphia is a very, very neutral city. It's going through part of a crisis right now with instability and crime and how people react to one another. But a beautiful city, by God's grace, we're here passing out tracts. Hopefully you're all getting notifications. Hit that like button. You can share as well. And another thing, if you happen to be watching us pass out tracts, or if you're watching any e-Bible content, since I am not affiliated with e-Bible, I can say please hit the like button on many of these videos, because they are going to be recommended by folks who watch any kind of Christian information on YouTube. If you watch one video, it can send recommendations of similar videos. And so if e-Bible Fellowship has a lot of likes, somebody who has extra time can actually go through previous e-Bible Fellowship videos and actually just click the like button, or they can subscribe. You can watch several videos of the past with e-Bible Fellowship like-minded teachings and click the like button. If you click the like button, the more likes a video gets, positive likes, that will actually be sent to recommendations for other people searching on the web for Bible studies. So if you happen to watch any YouTube streaming of e-Bible Fellowship, just click the like button. If you're watching old studies, click the like button. If you're on a live stream on YouTube, click the like button. As opposed, if you're watching a live stream and you don't intend to call in, watch it on YouTube, click the like button. That will send YouTube algorithms to people who are watching other videos to watch that. So if someone has spare time and they would like to help the ministry out and they're not passing out tracts, if someone is at home and doesn't pass out tracts, doesn't wear e-Bible shirts, but they like to go on YouTube and watch studies, every study you watch, click the like button. Are we on TikTok? No. However, I believe if you're watching on YouTube, maybe you could create a short and put it on TikTok if you have your own account. I think you can rebroadcast saved material on YouTube and even comment on it if you wish. But once again, for folks who don't pass out tracts, for folks who are home, for folks who are not able to leave their home, and you're on YouTube, any video you watch that's e-Bible Fellowship broadcast, just check to see how many likes there are and just click that like button. If you leave a comment on a video, like what you guys are doing now, if you leave a comment and there's dialogue, that also helps the algorithms. That's favorable for e-Bible Fellowship to be recommended to other viewers. So I don't know if you notice, most people when they put a YouTube video, they'll say, hit that like button and subscribe. And then they'll say, without further ado, let's get into the content. Most content creators, they are doing that because it's a way of showing support for their channel. If you are an e-Bible Fellowship subscriber, by doing that and checking off that like button as soon as you log in to a video, you are supporting that channel, helping to promote other folks who are on YouTube looking for truth. Let's say they've recently separated from their church. I'm going on and on about this, but it's because the value is so significant, and the process is very insignificant. Just clicking a like button, just keeping that in the back of your mind. Clicking a like button is really an encouraging thing to do for e-Bible Fellowship. Interesting facts about the city of Philadelphia: the first fire station, library, the first zoo, the second bank, first Federal Reserve Bank, and money is printed in Philadelphia. So Franklin Mint, US dollars are actually printed here in Philadelphia. It'd be pretty interesting if we pass out tracts at certain areas. you'll see a lot of tourists coming to the area to see these sites. Congress was here. I believe the Declaration of Independence was signed here in Philadelphia, the Constitutional Congress. Liberty Bell's here. So we get a lot of folks who come as tourists. They typically come and walk down Market Street to the Reading Terminal Market, which is down the road here, where they get on for sightseeing. Beautiful day. It's about mid-70s. Passing out tracks. Interesting, I wanted to mention, when we pass out tracts, more often than not, you will meet loved ones, co-workers. You also see interactions with human beings, like we're seeing right now. We pray for God's protection. No, my dear. Actually, I got something. Hold on.
I don't like the heart. I don't even like coming. It's too dangerous.
God bless you, brother. Hold on.
I wonder why people play the lottery.
Go ahead, brother. Have a good day.
I wonder why people play the lottery.
Don't worry about it.
It's gonna don't give me a quarter.
I understand. Hey, God bless you, sir. Hey, God bless you. So, I just, the panhandler was around and I had $1. You come across these situations where you're passing out tracts and someone is asking for financial help. Philadelphia has a homelessness issue, and sometimes you may have to bring things with you. Not that I encourage it at all. We're here to pass out the tracts, but if you happen to have a sandwich with you and a homeless person comes up, you're being watched. If you have food on you, it's your prerogative whether you're going to help or not. But being in the city, if you happen to have, a bottle of soda or a bottle of water, it's best to give that up, because you have a positive interaction with someone, and it just shows that you're part of something that shows compassion for your fellow man. But like I said, it's your prerogative whether you're going to give money or not. If you don't have money, definitely be honest and tell them you don't, or you don't have money for them. I have money, but not for you. But you have to be very polite, respectful, and they've been told no a lot. When you pass out tracts, you're told no as much as a panhandler. We're panhandlers out here, spiritually speaking. You actually have a how do I say this? When we pass out tracts, I feel connection with those who are homeless on the street. They're not cooperative with you, but there is a connection. And those who pass out tracts understand what I mean. You are part of a group of individuals who interact with the public. So when you pass out tracts and a homeless person is standing beside you and they take a tract, they might read it while you're sitting beside them, and it sparks curiosity. There is a social construct. If one person takes a tract, 2 people behind you might take a tract. If one person doesn't take a tract, 2 people behind you may not take it because of the social effect. When you're passing out tracts, we don't know what God is doing, but one can gather the fact that when we pass out tracts with folks, we are servants, humble, lowly servants. We're indispensable, and we're at the behest of those in our public. So, we're very lowly servants. So, when someone doesn't take a tract, they can come back and say, "Give me a tract." What are you going to say? No? You're going to give it to them happily. happily. If someone says, please, I don't want that tract, you lower your hand. If you really think about it, we're servants to the public. We're servants to our public. If we're asked to step aside, we step aside. If a police officer comes and tells us, please move to the side, we move to the side. If a shopkeeper says, could you please, step aside, we step aside. We do have rights, but we do try to honor, these codes. If someone's panhandling and we're taking up the same space as a panhandler, we try to respect that area, even though it's a good spot for us. There's rules of engagement. And we try to be considerate of our fellow man out here. And yes, you may see coworkers, you might see friends, and they might say hello, and you might wave back to them, and depending on the situation, they may want to quickly get out of there. Or they may want to strike up a conversation with you. It's very interesting what can happen. That's right. Thank you for the encouragement. All glory goes to God. All glory goes to God. If it weren't for him, we'd be the ones, saying no and refusing the tract and getting on our day with our itinerary, just enjoying ourselves, just like all the other folks, despite all the chaos that's going on in the world. We would be just enjoying ourselves. So passing out tracts is a real blessing, or an afterthought. Our eyes lock with someone, and you can tell a little bit if they're going to take a tract. You can see them kind of walk in your direction. You can see folks kind of avoiding you. You can actually see them reading your shirt. Why is the world so divided? So the next time you go out on a weekend, wear a Why is the World So Divided shirt. And we really look forward to getting these shirts. By God's grace, we hope to get them. If you have an E-Bible Fellowship bumper sticker, depending on what you do for a living, yes, it will be a test, but it's so worth it. God wants us to be bold as a lion. And you know what? Risk the situation on Jehovah. Risk the situation of your reputation. I have found personally nothing but protection and more blessing when you do it God's will and you pass out tracts. You pass out tracts, God can put a hedge over you. That's if his will, though. There's no guarantee. But you're out here in these streets, you don't know what's going to happen, but you do know when you are doing something for the Lord is in control of these activities. And so you can find very, very positive connections. You can find encouragement. Someone will thank you for being out here. Someone will strike up a conversation with you. And like we just had, someone told us their whole family was Jehovah's Witness, and they were the only one who refused the baptism at the age of 14. Can you imagine that? And from the age of 14, his whole family disowned him. His whole family disowned him. And from the age of 14 till 57, he is now married with his wife, having Bible study, and he thanked us for passing out the tracts. And he's not part of any church at all. So you don't know what can happen when you're passing out tracts, who you're going to, run into, and who's going to share information like that and send you encouragement. Now, mind you, that encouragement is a blessing to have. We're unprofitable servants, and you take it with a grain of salt. But God allows us to, tread out the corn as you're plowing. So when someone, thanks you for a tract, you take it with a grain of salt, because you don't want to come out here looking to be encouraged. You're out here to do the will of God. We're unprofitable servants. I find when you're passing out tracts with someone else, you can talk about the Bible. And people are listening to you. They're watching your body language, your mannerisms. They're wanting to know if you're showing signs of peace. You're not, preaching to them. You're just sharing a message. So be encouraged for folks who are. Thank you for your prayers. Thank you for your words of encouragement. It's a beautiful day here in Center City, Philadelphia. We are on Market Street. You take this road straight down to Independence Hall and Reading Terminal Market. The City Hall, I'm going to just walk with you here since I'm live. Might as well. So bear with me if this stream continues. I'm going to walk here, just turn to the right. This City Hall facing you there. And this is the transportation hub for SEPTA, the Southeastern Pennsylvania Transportation Authority. And this is Market Street. I think we're going to walk and try to get a better angle. You want to try another intersection? You want to try another intersection, or is this good? You want to try the gallery? You're out of tracks?
Yeah. What a good amount of it. You need more?
I have some. I'll take some from my hand if you don't mind. Thank you, sir. So I'm going to try to pass out tracks and hold up this live camera feed. Reporting live from Philadelphia. Use it with my bag, sir. Something to read from the Bible, man? Something to read, sir? May God bless you. Something to read, brother? May God bless you. Something to read, man? May God bless you. May God bless you, sir. Oh, look what we got here. What do you do with recycled tracks? That's a conflict of interest there. Tract in good condition, no scuffs, no scratch marks, is good to go. Now, I'm going to teach you something. When you pass out tracts, do not pick up a tract and then hand it to somebody. Do you like a Bible tract, sir? All right, sir. Do not pick up that track off the ground and try to hand it to him. Neatly pack that track in the back of your pile. Recycled tracks go to the back of the pile because you're watching you. Nobody wants a track that was on the ground with a footprint on it.
The guy asked me how much they pay you.
Yeah, one lady asked me earlier today. She asked, "Do we have jobs? You know, how much are we getting paid?" Bible track. Thank you. Sometimes I'm so excited, I'll pass out a track with 2 tracks in them, and I get a little upset because, why are you giving them 2? But you're so excited to hand them out. Something to read, man? May God bless you. No church affiliation. So we are at 11th.
Where mom's is.
Okay. 11th and Market. Yeah. It's a nice store. We're at 11th and Market, and this is where the gallery is. They spent I think $1 billion revamping this mall called the Gallery. It's a pretty big intersection. Something to read. And then we have Reading Terminal Market in Chinatown to our left. And then this is Market Street here. A little bit more people. Oh, another thing, Philadelphia has a really, really troubling drug problem right now. It's like a heroin, fentanyl, and it's really ravaging our city. So certain parts of the city, you'd be surprised, the increased amount of homelessness ravaging the city and drugs. So thankfully we have our t-shirts on. People can see us from across the street. They can tell we're doing something. They're kind of making up their minds. They want to take a track from us or avoid us. Beautiful windy day, overcast sky. Get the polite no. I'm really thankful you guys are here passing out tracts with us. It's very encouraging. Thank you for your prayers. Please remember to hit the like button with all of E-Bible's videos. I'm saying that over again for those who are joining us. We may, if we see that traffic, that's another thing I wanted to point out. If you notice, when we came here, there seemed to be a good amount of people, and when you come again, it's like no man's land. It's just empty again. So what we find is, depending on public transportation, you can get an influx of people every certain amount of minutes based on the train system dropping off, a few hundred people at a time. Or if there's an event, you may have to pick up and move to another location. That happens quite a bit. Right now we have about 12 mile per hour winds. I hope you guys can see. We have a steady breeze of about 13 miles an hour, strong breeze. Now, Lord willing, we're going to try something. We have a 10-foot E-Bible Fellowship sign, a "Why is the world so divided?" 10-foot sign. Each letter is at least 15 inches long and maybe 6 inches wide. I got one, brother. God bless you. And we're going to stand at a busy intersection and hold that up. And I'll try to do a live stream for that. Again, God has given us a lot of ways to share the gospel, depending on your personality. If some folks physically cannot stand up on a street corner and pass out tracts, you can like every E-Bible Fellowship YouTube. You can just spend a few minutes just hitting the like button on every YouTube broadcast on E-Bible Fellowship if you're home and you have internet. You can also put a comment in. There's a lot of videos that E-Bible Fellowship has with no comments. Once you put a comment in a video, it puts you on the board. It puts it on the board in the algorithm. So if you have internet, you can be just as effective as somebody. Thank God bless you, sir. Like my man. Okay. I don't know if we're going to pick up stakes and move to another location. What do you say, Mr. O? You like this area? Where you like to go? I think somebody wants to calling me over. Let's see if I'm daydreaming. See? I was daydreaming. All right. We got a low. We may have to pick up stakes. All right, sir. Now what? God bless you. May God bless you. I'll take the picture if you want. Something to read? No church, just the Bible. Okay, here we go. Would you like something to read, man? May God bless you. Would you like something to read, man?
No, she got some other.
Thank you. My brother was walking. Hey, brother. Something to read? I feel like there's more. Oh, that's nice architecture. That's pretty smart. Kind of wrap the concrete.
No, man. She's just being defiant. It's just what people do.
All right. All right, so I'll show you another tactic when you pass out tracts. You get someone on the left and someone on the right. We call that the zone. You kind of catch them where they go to the left, there's someone on the left. And you're on the right, they have to go through the middle. Check Bible tract, sir, ma'am. No church affiliation. Just gonna read something? The Bible? God bless you, sir. May God bless you, sir.
Thank you.
I tell you something, not a lot of people pass out tracts anymore. E-Bible Fellowship, just like how Family Radio, which is no longer faithful, they've kind of left off ministry. Jehovah Witnesses, other churches, they're basically suspended all of their outreach. They really don't have a message. They're actually subdued, because if they speak out in any way, shape, or form, there's so many groups out there ready to condemn and pounce. So, other than a political affiliation, most churches can't really declare what they believe to be true without losing half of their audience, because the world is so divided. So they have more of a neutral position. So we are here now at 10th and Market. 10th and Market is getting a little bit closer to the federal court systems, and you got a different group of folks. You got tourists coming towards me, but more of the locals around now, and folks who actually live in the community in this intersection. Chinatown's to my left. I don't know if you can see it, where all those flags are. And then this way, straight ahead, is more towards City Hall. If we walk further down, maybe 3 blocks, we'll be at the Liberty Bell. And then we'll see a great amount of tourists. Okay, beautiful day, Philadelphia, passing out tracts. The Why the World So Divided tract is one of the most thought-provoking tracts that we've had to date. The original tract, Does God Love You? Will You Be in Hell? Infallible Proofs, Holy God Will Bring Judgment. A lot of these tracks were fantastic, and I thank God for them all. The Why is the World So Divided tract is very, very engaging. The question is brought in terms that it really speaks to what's happening right now. And it's very comforting to see such a thought-provoking tract to appeal to many people. I haven't seen a tract do that as much as now. And glory goes to God. But the Why is the World So Divided tract is really, I can really see, as being boots on the ground, how it really opens up dialogue or conversation or curiosity. Okay, so we're hitting another drive spell. We can stay here, or we can move down a few blocks. I think it might be best to move down a few blocks, but we'll see. do you think? Go down to Liberty Bell? Okay, briefly, we had a bit of a disconnection, and we're going to sign off. We're going to continue to Liberty Bell, but I think everyone gets a gist of what we're doing and why we're doing it. May God bless you guys, and have a blessed Lord's Day tomorrow, Lord willing. Bye-bye now.